Now I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to start to edit this video, but let's just get into this because this is an absolute shambles of a situation. So over the past few days, it's come out that Chris Chan, if you don't know who Chris Chan is, I genuinely feel bad for you, and just click off this video. You know, you just don't know who he is. But for those who do, you probably already know. It's come out that he's been having relations, let's say, with his own mother, who, even if she was all there mentally, would still be absolutely disgusting. But she is an 80-year-old dementia-ridden woman who clearly can't consent, and Christine Chandler has been doing things with her, let's just say that. Now, I am no expert on Chris Chandler at all. I do try and keep up with some of her stuff. I like to watch some of the law videos, especially by Gino Samuel. I completely forgot what episode I got to. I think it was in the 30s, and I'd sort of lost track for a while. But I do know a decent amount about Chris Chan. She's one of those type of people who who you just sort of have to keep an eye on the internet, because they're just that bizarre. Like whenever you think they've hit rock bottom, they just go further. And one thing I need to clarify before I go on is, I do understand that Christine Chandler identifies as a woman. I understand that and I respect that, and I'm just saying, if I accidentally call her Chris or say he, I am not disrespecting her. It's just I can whenever I think of Christine Chandler, I think of Chris Chan, and I see the old like 2000s era videos. So I just thought I'd add that in here. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not doing it on purpose. But anyways, let's just move on to the next part. Now, if you don't know who Chris Chan is, this probably isn't the video to watch. I'm going to be mentioning parts of her lore and stuff that they've done in the past. But if you want to watch a channel that just documents all of their stuff in a nice, simple and quite concise way, even though the episode's 30 minutes to an hour long, I'd recommend Gino Samuel. I'll leave a link to their channel down below. And basically, Chris Chan, or Christine Chandler, is one of the most well documented people online. In fact, I'd probably even say she is, because there's just that much information about her out there. There's posts from the 2000s basically up until now, and people that invested in what she's up to, why she acts the way she does, and basically what the next movie is going to be. Because the thing about these type of people online is you just never, you just can't be any more shocked. They've just find a new way to go lower than even your expectations think that they can go. I follow DSP, Wings of Redemption, all them. I don't follow Low T God as much. I know little bits, but the main reason I follow those guys is because I just find them interesting. Like, why are they the way they are? How do they get here? And what they're going to do next? And pretty much Christine Chandler was one of the first people online who most people could collectively think that way about them. Now this is where things start taking a turn from, oh, they're just a bit of a goofball, oh, look at the funny thing they did, oh, look, there's a funny video they uploaded, to where it starts becoming more, oh, this is a bit more serious. Now, when I say the words of the love saga or the love quest, if you know anything about Christine Chandler, then you're probably wincing at this, but effectively what the love quest is, it is the main narrative of their life, of Christine Chandler's life, and pretty much it says what it does on the tin. The love quest is to find the right woman who Christine Chandler can marry and then have a child with. That's literally it. I mean, you might think, oh, that sounds pretty normal, but the way they go about it is not normal at all. I know from back in the day when he was at, I think it was college in America or university in the UK. I always get them confused, but he was at a higher form of education in America, and he put up like posters trying to find a boyfriend for a girl. Now I do understand that Christine Chandler does have high functioning autism. I'm not making any jokes about that at all. There's nothing funny about that, and there's nothing you can do about that, and I understand that. But it's just the fact that her parents raised her in such a way that basically Christine Chandler could do whatever they wanted, and there wouldn't be any real repercussions. And that pretty much is the summary of Christine Chandler's life. It's just a child whose parents have failed them. And I know that sounds pretty harsh, even given the circumstances that unfortunately her mother's going through at the moment. But at the end of the day, they could have pulled the plug at so many different points very early on, and they just didn't. They just let Christine Chandler, at the time, who before he's swapped his gender, Chris Chan, they just could have stopped him at that point when he was a man at any point, and they just didn't. And it's just fascinating to me. I mean, I'm not trying to treat Christine Chandler like a lab rat or anything, but I think a lot of people think the same. How did this person get this far without anyone stopping them? Now I'm going to read something from the actual Chris Chan quickie, which is pretty much just a Wikipedia style page set up about Christine Chandler / Chris Chan, and it just states that the purpose of the love quest was to meet the woman who would be his true love, solve all of his problems, and bear his daughter Crystal. Now, mentioning Crystal, and I'm just immediately drawn to Sonichu. But yeah, if you don't know what Sonichu is, you're just very, very innocent, or you're very, very good at lying to yourself. But effectively what it is Christine Chandler's comics that are based around his OC, his original character of Sonichu, which is quite literally Sonic and Pikachu moulded into one. And it's just sort of recounting tales and ideas and aspirations that Christine Chandler's had throughout her life, and when she used to be Chris Chan. There's a lot of NSFW stuff in there, by the way. So I probably wouldn't recommend searching for it, but if you really want to, Google's your friend. So yeah, just do that. Now, I'm not going to go into an absolute mad amount of detail in this video, because honestly I could be here for 3 days and I still wouldn't have even broken the skin on most of the stuff to do with Christine Chandler. So what I just want to summarise this video with is what has happened recently, and as I said at the start of this video, it's come out in some leaked audio that Christine Chandler has had sexual relations, let's just say that, let's try and be as PG as possible. She's had sexual relations with her own mother, who is, I've heard different articles saying different ages. Some say 79, some say 89, which I don't think is true. But the general consensus is she's around 80, and she has dementia. And I'm not going to play the videos, but you've probably seen them in other people's videos about this, or you've just seen them online. She clearly is not all there, and that's nothing against it. And I understand dementia is a very, very horrible disease, and I do know it gets worse as you get older, or as it progresses. But there is no way she can consent to anything, and especially not with her own daughter. And that sort of brings this video full circle around to what is going to happen next. And some people theorise that not a lot of things will happen, because in the state of Virginia, where Christine Chandler lives, and I'm guessing his mother does as well. Yeah, I think she does. They live in Virginia, and there's no actual law against mother-daughter incest, or like daughter-mother. So whoever starts it on the other one. There's no actual law against that, because on the police report, Christine Chandler's sex is identified as female, and there's no actual law. There's stuff for son, mother, father, daughter, mother, son, daughter-father, I guess. But there's nothing for mother-daughter, which I guess technically makes sense. But then again, surely they should have had something to cover their bases. So some people are thinking Christine Chandler's going to get, not let go, but is going to get a very, very, very reduced penalty. Ideally, the best thing that could happen is they go to prison, face some repercussions, and then get put in some, not a mental hospital, but maybe some sort of care, because there is absolutely no way Christine Chandler can continue, because what is going to come out of her next? Like, if this is the peak of the most disgusting things that she's ever done, what's the next thing? Because with people like Christine Chandler, there's always going to be something else and something else and something else. So people just don't know. And I guess the best thing to do is just wait, because at the end of the day, in hindsight, you can look back and think, oh look, this is the path that led here. Whereas when we're actually living in the moment, you just don't know. So anyways, speaking of that and some bizarre philosophical quote, I'll end this video here. I have no idea how I'm going to edit this. You might see gameplay like this. Well, you've been seeing gameplay like this, or there could be something else on screen. I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Sorry, just wanted to add as well. Check the links down below. Got the Discord there, the Twitter, and if you really want to, you can subscribe. Don't feel obliged to though. We're almost at 300 subs, which thank you very much for when we do hit that. And yeah, I'll keep this nice, short and sweet, and I'll see you in the next one.